what is that? That was interesting. I mean, we spent a lot of time talking about it. I thought it was really cool. And so that's another thing that it sounds amazing. So tell me a little bit about that.
So I do think it's kind of interesting for a legal model because we're very used to fractional executives in other places like CFOs or CMOs or even CEOs, but it hasn't really caught on as much in the sort of legal world. And one of the things that I really enjoyed about being in-house was I got to really focus on one client and really sort of help them grow, learn a lot about their business, and become part of sort of their executive team because I was helping them in the decisions they were making going forward. I was helping them shape some of the business areas because obviously there's a lot of risk involved in business. And then also just handling the regular day-to-day stuff that comes up with a business. And I really liked not having to focus on billable hours or any of those issues, and instead just sort of focus on building that relationship and doing work that helps the business along. So I wanted to figure out a way to do that same kind of thing for companies that don't really need a full-time legal counsel yet. They're still growing, but also are realizing it doesn't make sense for them to constantly go to a law firm for very simple questions or, can you look over this form or does this language sound good? And suddenly before they know it, that simple question is now, $1,000 of bills. And they're thinking like, well, maybe next time I won't ask the question. So I wanted to give people that sort of benefit that you have from having in-house counsel, but on a scale that makes more sense for companies that don't need, a 24/7 general counsel.
So getting onto that, when you say fractional, like what's a good percent that that works for you and that works for the company, for the business, you think? And what kind of business could you use your expertise?
So I think it varies a lot, and I kind of offer different levels for different companies. So on one hand, it's just project by project, flat fee basis. So, drafting their first master service agreement or putting together an employee handbook or sort of those one-off kind of discrete projects. And then for other companies, it's more just being an advisor where they can call me or email me at any time and I'll just give them an answer or sort of look over something quickly and give them a point of view. So there it's more just being sort of that legal like angel on your shoulder being like, hey, by the way, maybe that's not the right thing, or have you thought of this? And then for other companies, it's really more being part of their team in more of a, 25% or 30% or even 50% capacity for a larger company.
I love the imagery of the legal angel. It's like, no, no, no.
Yeah, I just sort of like that the little voice in your ear going, oh God, no, don't agree to that. That's terrible.